I was expecting that question.
Of zo.
Nee, ik heb dat interview.
Oh, oké. Nou, hangen we weer op.
Doei!
Ja, doei doei.
I was talking, huh? Yeah, you disturbed it now. This is really not a good question. I'm disturbed a lot.
For today's interview, I met with Clarinda. Clarinda is from the Netherlands, and I met her in Nafplio shortly before Christmas, and we took the interview shortly before Christmas. And I think it's a really great story around Clarinda, but there's also a sad part. She was traveling with two dogs, Baiko and Angel, and shortly after the interview, Angel died. And this is really, really sad because Angel was also part of this interview, and so it might be a nice remembering for this great dog. She was always playing and had a lot of fun, and then suddenly she lost her. So this is definitely the sad part of this whole story, but nothing the less. I hope you enjoy the story from Clarinda, how she came to van life, how she started into van life, what kind of life she had before. So just to say, have a lot of fun with the interview, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are interested in interviews, and enjoy the story of Clarinda.
I'm Clarinda Huguenin, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 29 years old and I live in my van now for almost 2 years with my dogs Baiko and Angel. And Baiko turned 5 this December and Angel is 7, almost 8 next year. So yeah, that's me.
How did you get into van life?
So when I grew up, my parents had a camper van. So when I was a baby, they already took me. So I guess it's in my DNA to have the camper lifestyle, the adventure lifestyle. After I lived with my partner for 5 to 6 years, I really felt that feeling of I need freedom, I need a different lifestyle. So we split up and I moved back to my parents. And that's also the moment that I bought my van. And I started to live in there, and during my work days I travel with my van to my work and then back and forth, and in the weekends I had small trips. And I saved up some money, and then I decided, okay, this year is gonna be my year and I'm gonna live in it full time. So I left in May, the 10th of May this year, and I have to be back next year in May. And before that I lived in my van, but I also worked.
What was your life like before?
We had a big house. I really had the perfect life. Everybody would be jealous of it. I had a good partner, I had a good job, I had a really big house with a big garden. My dogs could run around whatever they wanted to do. Financially, we had a good position, so nothing to change actually. But for me, it was just not the life I wanted. So I decided to do something else.
How do you currently finance your life in a motorhome?
Well, I finance it now because I saved a lot of money from the work I had before. And now I have a year of unpaid leave. So this year I don't have any income. But afterwards, I want to come back and work 2 to 3 years and build a different truck, because that's my dream for next. And then I want to build up an online coaching program so I can do the work I do now, but then online, and have an income on the road.
What kind of coaching sessions are these exactly?
It's more mental health focusing, mindset focusing, helping people to take the next step in their life, to just overcome some challenges and just help them a bit further on the way.
Have you had any experiences with this yourself?
I decided to study social work because I was in a client phase, let's say it like that, from when I was 12 years old until I was 21. So almost 10 years I had therapy, went to a mental hospital, stayed there for a year. So I had a lot of challenges to overcome. And that's also the reason why I have a passion for healthcare, mental health care. And I don't want to throw that away, because that's really something that's inside me. It drives me. And if I can help people online in the same way, that would really help me. It gives me purpose and also gives me a good feeling to help other people. So, yeah.
What is special about this lifestyle for you?
My balance during my day. In the Netherlands, it feels like I'm in a rush always. I'm not having enough time to do everything that I want. And when I come back home, I most of the time feel tired, and I don't even feel sometimes that I want to walk my dogs because I'm just tired and processing everything from the day. So yeah, if I have this kind of life and I can do that as well, but also have my balance in between, well, that's the perfect lifestyle for me. Yeah. Just slowing down a bit.
What was the biggest challenge for you in living this way?
When I first started traveling in May, I think my biggest challenge was to find the structure in the day, because when you are at home, you have the structure from your work, you have your hobbies, you have your friends, some meetups, and when you start traveling, you don't have that. So I think my biggest challenge was finding that structure. And how I found it was actually with a challenge. I had a 75 days hard challenge, which was, well, a few rules that I had in my day, and that really helped me to find what I really liked during my day. And now I proceed with it. I have a workout, my yoga or interval training in the morning, and I do that 5 to 6 days a week. And besides that, I have some reading, going in nature, hiking, meet with people like you and other travel people. So yeah, it builds up.
How do you spend your free time in general?
I hike a lot. Yeah, I have this guy, and if I don't do a lot with him, he gets very annoying. So I have to. I don't really have a choice. So let's say if I have a week of 7 days, 3 days of them, 4 days of them, I will definitely go for a hike of 15 to 20 kilometers. So it's really a full day. I pack my bag, put everything in it, even some extra food for the dogs, and I'm just on the road for the whole day. She likes it, but physically she cannot do as much as she could before anymore. So now I take her when it's more flat and when it's more in the mountains. Let's say in Norway, I had a few hikes and she really couldn't join me. So then I left her at that moment with my parents, because my parents were also there with the camper. And otherwise I just leave her in the van.
What are your short-term plans?
I think that's really just enjoying the time I have now. I have financially everything, so I don't have to look at everything. It's like a big holiday. So yeah, make the best of every time I have now. Yeah, definitely.
What are your long-term plans?
Well, my long-term plan is to buy a truck, to first get my license when I come back to Holland. I already asked for the, how do you say that in English? The offerte, like how much will it cost and stuff like that. So yes, so when I come back, I want to get my license straight away and then buy a truck and build a unit for on the back. And I hope in 2 or 3 years that's finished and I can quit my job and go travel around the world for a longer time. Yeah.
Have you driven a truck before?
Yeah, I tried it yesterday for the first time and I was really excited. So yeah, I just feel like it's something characteristic.
You are too far.
Ah, okay. Yes, okay. And then that one is second. 3, 4, yes, okay. Feels so weird also because you're so high.
Yeah. And you have leaf suspension.
Okay.
That means there is no air. You have a suspension seat. We are sitting on the frame.
Oh my god. It's moving so much.
Yes, there's something about it that it just feels like you're on top of the world, you know? It's like I can do everything with this truck. I can go remote, I can go off-road, I can go through the desert, I can do everything with it. And it just feels strong. So I don't know, if I drive it, it feels like I'm a very strong, powerful woman or something.
Did anything of this lifestyle frighten you?
The thing that scared me a little bit was to be alone and to be lonely on the road. to not meet the people or to, I don't know, have that feeling of I don't know what to do today or I don't feel like getting up. That's sometimes a bit scary. Yes. Yeah. I think it's kind of a process actually, because when I started traveling, I had this idea of meeting a lot of people, but I also had this idea of looking at a lot of places, doing hikes, go from the place to the next place to the next place. I had like a busy schedule or something. And now I'm on the road for 6 months already. It feels like you're slowing down. And of course, I still like to see a lot of places, but I'm more opening up to meet people. And I think if I reflect on that, the first few months, I wasn't really open for it. So you also don't meet it. You also have to open up your van and be outside to meet people. And if you stay inside and you're always hiking or do some other things, you're also not gonna meet people. And I made choices there. Let's say it like that.
Did your family support the idea of living in a motorhome?
Yeah, I think my parents even knew before that this is gonna be my lifestyle before I even knew it. So yeah, definitely.
Have you had any bad experiences traveling alone as a woman?
Yeah, well, bad is maybe not the right word, but uncomfortable situations. I had in one country that I just felt like I couldn't go outside in the evening, especially not without my dogs, because it just is a intuitive feeling that it's not safe or something. And I have no idea where it came from, but sometimes you just have to follow your gut and say, okay, then I have to drive on. So that's what you do. And one time I had at a beach that was quite funny actually, but it could be uncomfortable, I can imagine. I was just at the beach hanging around and there was a guy walking around naked and he came to me and asked a lot of strange questions. I was like, okay, now you really need to go because I'm not comfortable anymore. But yeah, you can handle it and it's fine. Yes. But I think like really unsafe situations, no, not yet. Let's hope it stays like that.
Then show us what kind of vehicle you are driving.
I was looking actually for, do we have it here somewhere? Like really defense like that. That's what I was looking for.
A small
The
one?
smaller ones, and you
Okay.
also have the higher ones. But
Yeah.
that's what I was looking for because I thought it would look cooler or something like that. But then I started to discuss with my dad, like, okay, what do I need? What do I want to do? How long do I want to travel? And then we started Googling on Marketplace. We started to go to the camper stores and we compared the two also with the place within. And then quickly I changed my mind that I really wanted to have a camper like this because it just has more room, more storage, more place. And especially when I travel for a whole year with my 2 big dogs, yeah, that would be better for me. So that's why I decided to have one like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the price you paid?
Yes, it was 28,000 euros.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know how many kilometers it had when you bought it?
163.
And now you have?
I think it's...
Call your dad again.
No. We can look it up later. Then I know for sure, but it definitely has a lot more now.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
So you drove a lot with that car?
Yes.
Even if you were for a long time in the Netherlands and now you started?
Yeah, it's actually my daily car.
Yeah.
I do have a Toyota Aygo also in Holland, but I only use it maybe once a week because also for my work, I use this one. So here we have the entrance. I actually never use it.
Okay, so you always go from the inside? to the
Yeah,
front.
actually I do. I don't know why. I just get used to it, I think.
Yeah.
So I quit and I go that entrance and I always leave this door closed.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes the window goes down, but that's it. And then we have the water filler to fill the water tank, and I have 100 liters inside.
Okay. Do you use anything like a filter or something? Do you drink your water from the tank?
No, I don't drink it. I have a water ionizer which changes the pH of the water and also filters the water, and then I can drink it. But actually I also use bottles.
Okay.
So yeah, we have this, both of them.
And 100 liter you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's enough for you?
Yes, I never emptied it actually, and I also have, maybe it's a bit too much, but in my bathroom I also have 2 cans, one of 7 and one of 10 liters, just to have extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you shower every day?
No.
No.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah, once a week is fine. And of course, I wash my hair sometimes in the sink because my hair is needed, but the rest, no, once a week is fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah. The biggest questions about campers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess this is for your fridge?
That's for my fridge, yes. So in here you have the heater, and here I always feel if it's warm, if it's working.
Yeah.
And the first week when I left for my travel, it stopped working, so that was a bit annoying. But then my parents came to Norway at the same trip, so I had 2 or 3 weeks without a fridge, and then we made it again. So now I know how to handle my fridge, also this part, so that's really cool. Yeah.
Often overseen.
Yes. So this one is for the Electra, if you want to plug it in, if you are on a campground or whatever.
Are you more free camping or more on campgrounds?
I travel now for 6-7 months, and I stayed on a campground for 2 times.
Okay.
And that's it, and I didn't even use the Electra there.
Yeah.
So
Also in the Netherlands, you park somewhere or plug with your parents' house?
yes,
Something
yes,
like this.
that's it. There's a storage.
Okay.
I can open it. I think it's open. Yes.
This is the main storage?
Yeah,
So-
it's under my bed. So this is really big, and my dad made a construction that I have a double floor.
Okay.
So I can put this open, and I have more storage place.
What do you carry with you? You
Well,
don't have to put everything out, but so some.
this is my construction kit. My dad made it. I'm really proud of it actually, so I'm gonna take it out. And I told my dad I'm never gonna use it. But I do, a lot actually. So
So he gave you everything you need in case.
Yes, and I really thought I'm not gonna do everything myself, but on the road I'm trying to get proud of myself to do some things myself. So now I really use it a lot. So that's the one I have here. Maybe for cutting some wood sometimes if you want to make a bonfire. And then of course the chairs. If I want to sit outside, my laundry is always on top.
But also, you are traveling alone.
Yes.
You have 2 chairs.
Yes, you never know who you meet.
It's nice.
Yeah. I think everything in my van is prepared for 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah, and also when a friend wants to come over or you meet someone who is just passing by, you can just invite them, and I think that's kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah. Then I have the stuff for the water hose
Okay.
to fill the water tank, some creative things I do sometimes.
Show me the creative things you do sometimes.
Okay. This is my creative box. I have a lot of macrame ropes in it. So I just make some things, some bags. I can show you inside. I have one that is finished.
Yeah.
So that's what I do sometimes. And then I have a storage box for my dogs. Barbecue behind it.
I know you don't like me after that, but I would love to see the storage box for the dogs. Because I'm curious what you carry for the dogs.
Not everything is in there, but okay, we're gonna see. More laundry.
Okay.
This ones I needed to buy because when you go to the boat, they have to wear a muzzle.
Yeah.
So
For the ferry.
For the ferry, yes. This one is also for the dogs. And then we have this one, which is also for the dogs.
A lot of space for the dogs.
Yeah. Some leashes, some toys, a long line in case you never know, some dummies.
But your dogs are most likely running free and
Yeah, like this.
like go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a ball or you want a treat? We also have it here, huh?
Oh, the good ones.
Yeah, so I just put everything in here and then I know, okay, for the dog it's in there.
But to tell you, I think your garage is really cleaned up. It looks like everything has its place.
It does, because otherwise it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really need it. And underneath they have even their swimming vests.
They're swimming what?
They have a swimming vest, both of my dogs.
A
The
vest.
very orange
Okay.
ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, so they have a lot actually. But for me, I like to organize things because then I always know when I'm looking for something where it is.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Makes sense. You don't have like a Fahrradträger? A bicycle rig, you don't?
No, it was on there when I bought it actually.
Yeah.
And I tried with a bicycle, but then you have to carry it on and off on your own. And I felt that was a bit of a struggle and I don't use it that much.
Okay.
And then when I decided to go to Norway, they also measure when you go on the ferry how long you are. So every centimeters you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So we decided just to take it off because I don't use it. So now it's fine.
And really, they measure the bicycle rig
Yes,
with it?
they measure every centimeter.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You got one rear window. I guess it's your sleeping room in the
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And you got you former had one.
I have one with me. It's not on it.
Okay.
The one for the
Trailer.
yes, for
Yes.
the trailer. I have one, so I have it inside, so I can make it, but it's not on there all the time.
And you also have a rear camera.
Yes,
Yeah.
for backwards driving. Yes.
Normally you see it that it's mounted on the top.
Yeah.
So do you think it's better down there?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because if you put it on top, the lines you see in the camera, they are really true. And now sometimes I have to guess a little
Okay.
because it's not in the right angle. But it's already more than if you can see nothing. So, yeah.
Okay, great. So on this side?
On this side, I have the toilet box
Okay.
to empty it sometimes.
A most complicated question. Do you use chemical toilet in Greece?
I have a chemical toilet. I only don't use the chemical stuff to put it in it.
Okay.
So it's just the storage of everything.
Okay.
Yes,
good.
yes.
And then you put it somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Good.
And this one is for my gas bottles. I have two. One that is refillable at the gas station, so you can just put on the LPG.
You have the alugas full stop stuff.
The what?
Open it up.
Wait a minute.
It's a silver one with a fill stop at 80%, something like this.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the same. They are really good and really
I
pleasant
really
if you
love
travel.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yours is pink.
This one is not the refillable.
Yeah.
This one is the one you have to give away and then you get a new one back.
Yeah.
And this one is the one I use now. This one is the one that's connected. And you can just fill it at a gas station where they have the LPG and then it's finished. Really handy.
The difference is I bought mine also in the Netherlands, but mine is alu, it's lighter. You know?
yeah.
So, and this is, I guess, steel or something
Yes,
like this.
yes.
But they are
And
really good.
this one I always have it to check if there's not a gas leak in the connection somewhere. So you just spray
Okay.
sometimes to check. That's it. Yeah.
Great. And I really have to say, my car is really new, but the door for the entrance is complete bullshit. And this one looks really like you close it and it sounds not like...
No, it doesn't sound like that. You just close it and it's closed. But you have to give it a little push because otherwise it doesn't close.
Okay, but it looks more stable than mine.
Yeah, it is. It
Okay.
is.
So, you have also Marquise,
A marquise, a sunscreen.
a sunscreen.
Yes.
Yes. Do you use it often?
Not as often as I would think when I left for my travels. But when
Okay.
the sun is very hot in Hungary, for example, it was 40 degrees. So then I really used it a lot also to make a space for the dogs that they have some shadow. But yeah, most of the time I walk a lot. I'm away from the van and then I don't take everything out. I just leave it like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
How do you decide for yourself whether a place is safe?
Look around, also walk around sometimes a bit, see what's in the corners. Just check out your context, check out your situation, check out whatever is there. Maybe there are some people, make a talk with them. How do you feel with that? Yeah, it's the total package, you know. You don't just park and think, okay, this is it, I'm gonna stay here and I don't do anything. I think when I park, I'm gonna walk around, see what's around me, make some contact, and then you figure out if it feels good, yes or no.
Have you had any bad experiences with stray dogs?
I love dogs. Of course, I have 2 on my own, but Angel was attacked already 2 times by stray dogs. So, yeah, my experiences change with stray dogs. Normally, I'm okay with them, but now if I go to a beach where there are a lot of stray dogs, I'm a bit careful just to see how they react. And also because I have a dog that's very responsive and very reactive, so that could be a problem sometimes. But yeah, when your dog gets attacked a few times, then you're gonna be careful with it.
Could you imagine traveling without your own dogs?
No, definitely not. No, traveling not, a life without dogs, no, definitely not.
What has been the best experience on your trip so far?
There's one thing that comes up into my mind. I was on a beach at Kalamata and I decided to go for a swim in the evening. And it was really nice. I have the stars all over the sky and I went to go swimming. And then I started moving the water and there was so much plankton in it that it felt like I also had a sky of stars around me. And that was really a magical moment. I don't know why, but I really loved it. That was really a moment that I was like, wow, I'm so lucky to have this life right now. It was amazing. Yeah. It's like little stars in the water and you move it. It was amazing and I hadn't seen it before and I was just amazed that it happened. And it was just like a grateful moment there myself. It was really cool. Yeah.
How has living in a motorhome changed your view of the concept of home?
Home is wherever you park it. I think you heard that sentence a lot of times, but it's definitely true. Yeah, I think the perspective of home becomes a feeling and not a place. It's a feeling you create for yourself, with the people you meet. If I look at my camper and I enter it, it feels like home. So no matter where I park it, no matter where I am, that's my home. But besides that, it's also a feeling you have with the people you get around you, the dogs I have around me. It's my safe space. When I enter it, it's like it's my small corner where I can be myself, where I'm doing whatever I feel like doing. It just feels good. I don't know how to use words for that. It's just like when you enter it, it's my safe, my place where I can just be myself.
Is there anything you miss from your previous life?
What I miss is dancing.
Dancing.
Yes, I dance salsa, bachata, kizomba, and you don't have that everywhere. And even when you look for it on social media or whatever, it's not that much. Of course, when I go to Spain, I will find it, but in here it's not. So what I really miss is dancing at the social parties and stuff like that. That's the first thing that comes up into my mind. Shower, no, I don't miss that. I have a shower inside and that's enough for me. And what do I miss more? My parents sometimes, my family. Just to have time with them, really. I call with them often. And also my brother. But yeah, it would be nice to see them a bit more. I don't know, yeah.
What is your advice for others who want to try this way of living but don't dare to?
So I think really dive into your own mind, into your brain, like what is holding you back and what is keeping you in the place where you are. And if you are really honest to yourself, is this really something you want or is this something you're imagining? And if it's really something you want, you really have to go for it and make also a little bit of a plan, because going, just see where the world takes you, I don't believe that's gonna work. So also make a little bit of a plan and talk to people who has this life already and learn from them. Like, what did they do? What did they not do? What would fit you? Just, maybe prepare a little bit, that you will get the feeling of security and you will get the feeling of, yes, I can do this. Because I believe that when you really want something, there's always a possibility and you can make it work. So there's nothing that can hold you back. So, I think just take it step by step and make it small, and then you can make it work.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
At first it came into my mind like, okay, do this earlier, but that's not true, because if I would have done this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have all the experiences I had in that 5 year which I have now, and maybe I wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do now. So, not really sure actually. what would be my advice is slow down also in the structure of the Netherlands. Slow down a bit more so I could have more time for myself. And I think I rushed too much the last few years. The life in general, it's the job, it's the meetings, it's your hobbies, it's expectations, it's the complete package, you know? And I think if I slow down a little bit more and take a step a little bit back, it would have helped me. But in general, if I look back, I'm proud of where I am now and I'm proud of who I become. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Then show us the inside of your motorhome.
Yeah, what do we have in the front? The radio, that's the first thing I changed.
Okay.
Because I wanted to have a good sound system.
So what did you get?
This one from Pioneer, and on top here, the boxes.
Okay.
And the one was that was in, it was just not good for your ears. Okay. Let's say it like that. Yeah.
So you are totally into music and stuff like this?
Yeah, when I drive on my own, the music is always very loud and I'm always very singy and yeah. Okay. I like that. Yes.
Can you take a look how many kilometers you got?
Yes, of course. 169.
Oh, it's down there. 169. It's not that many kilometers you drove on it. If you said you became it with 163?
Yeah, I think I started with 163, something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe I started this travel with 163.
Okay.
And not before. I have to look it up. We come back at it.
Okay, good. Then you got some flowers in front?
Yes, this one I'm trying to keep alive. Okay. But this one is harder than you expect it to be, actually. Yes. It was really big when I bought it, and now every week there's a leaf going to die. Okay. And I'm not really sure if I water it correctly. Now I don't do anything with it, and it's getting better.
Okay. Leave it alone and it lives.
Yes, exactly.
Good.
Yeah, so in the front there's also my dog space. They lay down there, and when I drive, Angel is always on this chair. I turn it around, of course. Yeah. So she jumps from this one to down and back up. Yeah. And Baiko is always here.
Okay.
Always behind me. Yeah. Yes.
But you don't secure them with anything they just like?
No, in the beginning I did that with Baiko because he was a bit nervous in the beginning what to do. And when he gets nervous, he wants to be close to me. So he wanted to be on top. So I secured him. But in a few weeks he understood, and then I left it there, and now he's always sitting there. So that's good. And Angel is always fine in the car. She's the most easy dog. Yeah.
And you can darken your car with a
with a curtain. Yeah. Yes, I can just put it there. Oh, I had a gray one, but it was too heavy, so I switched it to the blue one.
Yeah. But do you like it with a curtain?
Well, not really thought about it. If I liked it, it's just handy. It's just working.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wouldn't change it. Like
no, it's not that I hate it or something. No, it's fine. Yeah.
So you got the Victron?
Yes.
You know how it works?
Well, I'm starting to. Yes.
Yes. How much solar power do you have?
Only one.
How much solar power do you have?
Solar power.
Solar power.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said the solar panel. The solar power.
Papa?
Yeah, I really need to call my dad again. No, I knew it. It's on the app. I think it's like 40, 50, something like that.
What? 40, 50, what?
Yes.
No, you should have more. Only 40, 50?
I'm gonna look for it.
Really?
Yes. We'll do that next time, yes?
Next time? For the next interview?
Yes, exactly. In a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay, good.
Yes.
But it fits your needs. So whatever you got on electricity, you get along with it.
I don't say that anymore now. It did.
Okay.
But now it doesn't.
Okay.
Because the battery I put in is now changed from 140 to 105 ampere hours. Yeah. So now if it's cloudy days, in 2 or 3 days, my battery will be empty. Yeah. And it won't be fully charged only with the solar panel. So I have to check that for the next truck to see if we can arrange that.
Yeah. I see.
You want to see inside?
Yeah, sure.
Well, the storage boxes, a lot of books.
Yeah. What do you read?
Yeah, what do I read? It depends on how I feel, actually. Sometimes it's just a book to read, like a storybook.
Yeah.
And I also love books about mindset, about becoming, well, developing yourself a bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's also what I like.
Okay.
And I have some drawing books here, a lot of camper books also with routes during the countries.
So you draw on your own?
I have grown-up color books.
Grown? Can you show one?
Yes, I can.
Things we all need.
Yes, definitely. It's very childish, but I like it. It's just a drawing,
Yeah.
and you have the pencils and you start drawing. It's a grown-up drawing
I
book.
guess it's a little bit like meditation if you do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get really mindful from it. This is the one I never used before, but the other one is cool. But yes, yeah.
Yeah, well.
So the grown-up drawing book.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's that one. Then we have the electrical one.
You have a laptop with you?
Yeah, two.
Okay. How do you charge them?
With the transformer here in the corner.
You 230 volts.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
for the charge.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I see.
Yeah, so I have the laptop, the GoPro, a camera, yeah, and some other just things, the flashlight.
Do you do a lot of stuff for your Instagram channel?
I think I do. I think my stories I post daily and the content maybe once in every 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
something like that. I like to do it, yes.
For the viewers to know.
Yeah, for the viewer, but also it's just nice to do something on the road as well. It's like a personal diary, you know. It's nice to look back also. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that one. Then we have the kitchen stuff.
Oh, that's not a lot.
It's not all.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first part. And this one I didn't have before I had the travel, so it was gone, but it was left space, so we created some more.
Okay.
Yeah. And some herbs
Anything
and some...
special in with spices you use or something else you use special?
No.
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 Only ordinary normal stuff.
Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think so. It's not very special things. No.
Okay. Nothing from the Netherlands you brought with you, a sauce or something?
No.
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 To feel like home.
No.
Okay, good.
I don't need it.
And
No.
we see you have a soup.
Yes, I'm preparing the soup because it's Christmas night. So, yeah, already preparing it.
And we all want to eat together.
That's the point. Yes,
the
to
point.
hang out together.
Yeah, nice. It smells nice.
Yes. Okay, so then we have the fridge
Okay.
and the freezer, also a little corner.
What in your fridge?
Yeah,
Okay.
very full. Sorry.
You eat meat? It's
Yes.
not your problem.
Of course, I eat meat. A lot of camper vanners don't, but yeah, I do.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in here, I also have some kitchen stuff and dog stuff as well. Again, some potatoes, some pans. Yeah, just storage.
Would you need more space, or do you say it's completely okay with that?
No, I don't think you need it. But I also have to admit that if I go for shopping, I like to buy some things. So then I would need it, but really need it? No. Yes. Yeah, and then I have my, oh no, another storage place. Sorry, we skipped this one. Another one.
Also kitchen stuff and mixed stuff and
Yeah, and now I'm realizing that I even have more. That's the secret for later. It's under there. Yes. Yeah. Then we have my bedroom.
first let's have a look for your sink. You have a normal sink. Okay. Yeah.
It's the normal one.
Then the
I
schüssel.
actually always put this one in and always do the dishes in here. I collect all the items in here, and I also like to do my dishes outside.
Okay.
So I always take this thing, put it outside, do my dishes, throw the water away, and yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just do it. Oh, and in here, there also have a small storage box We are in Greece now, so I have olives.
Yep.
It was in Kalamata,
Yeah.
and I was parked there, well, in the city center, and then a guy knocked on my door. It was raining very heavily, and he was standing there with his a basket, I think you call it in English,
Yeah.
with all local products in it. And he was just asking me, "Oh, yeah, I'm selling, so maybe you want to try something." And then I tried the olives, and they were tasting nice, so I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I bought it from the door. It was really cool. Yeah, that I put tape underneath them, so if you drive, it doesn't move, because I always have to remove everything, so nothing falls down.
Are these living plants or are they plastic?
They are definitely living, yes. They are alive.
Like the one in front.
Yes, and the one behind you as well, yes.
Ah, nice. And I
Yes.
guess this one you did as well on your own.
Yes, I made it myself, yes.
Okay, nice.
Yes,
Yeah. Cool.
yeah. So in here is also just a storage box to do my dishes, have some soap, yeah, stuff like that. Yep. A lot of storage boxes.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, you need it, definitely.
Let's first have a question. Do you also have storage under this?
No, that's my water tank actually.
Ah, okay.
Yes, it's all water tank and a water pump, and that's it. Yes.
But you could, you don't have to, but you could open it up and then clean your water tank.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, easily. And sometimes I even fill the water from inside, because sometimes you cannot adjust the hose into a filler station. And then I have the smaller cans, and I just fill it from the inside.
Okay. I see.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the bedroom. This is it. Yeah, this is it. I actually really like it, because you see a lot in camper vans that you have to rebuild it every time to a couch and then a bed and back and forth. And I really like it that the bed is just there, and if I want to go to sleep or I want to lay down, it's there and it's finished. So that's what I really like.
Do you have a special mattress or is it the normal camper van mattress?
No, it's just the mattress that was in there already.
Okay.
Yeah, just...
Does it work for you?
Yes,
Yeah?
it's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
There is a topper on it. There is this mattress, and I have a topper on it.
Okay.
And I think if I don't have the topper, I would hate it. Definitely. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, some windows. Of course, the macrame I made.
You also did it on your own?
Yes.
The one behind?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
On the road, you make time for things like that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. In here is all clothes.
Okay.
Lots of clothes.
Do you think you have too many clothes?
No, I don't think I have too many, because I use them all.
Okay.
And if I use them all, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I do have some clothes I need to, what's the word? Replace. Like they're old, they're gone,
Okay, I see.
but I will do that next year.
So you
But too much, no.
you have three carpets with clothes.
And this one,
And this
the
one.
hanging clothes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's it. Yeah.
That's
And
a lot.
it's a lot, but if I compare it to how many clothes I have at home, it's really a tiny bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you store them at home? At your parents' house?
But with my parents,
Okay,
yes. I still have my bedroom there, all my stuff, and I have everything I need
I
there.
guess also your post address is also your parents' house.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, yes.
This so.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then in the back, some storage with some sports articles, my camera, to change the, how do you say this? The bed?
Blankets?
Yeah, the blankets from the bed. Yeah.
Okay. Anything special, like sporting stuff or something, where you would say I could recommend that or the.
Again, your question, sorry.
I know. Anything you could other people recommend to use it because it's good. I see the thing for the belly muscle.
This
and
one I
stuff like this.
really like.
This was hard to say.
Yeah, this one I really like.
Okay.
Because you train a lot of muscles at once, and it's very easy because there is the bind in between. So even if you are on a low level for sporting, it's okay, and you can adjust it the stronger you get.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like. And I also have the, I think it's also here. Yes, these ones for the legs and the butt, of course, and do some movements with that. But besides that, like I said, I did my yoga and my insanity program, and I don't need the tools. But when it's very rainy, then I use the tools like this because I can do it inside.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, for the viewers to say, it's really spacious in here. So you have a lot of space in this car. Compared to mine, mine is complete, like narrow, and this one is really
That's
spacious.
what I really love about my camper van as well. Yeah. Also something that I really looked for, actually.
Yep.
Because I wanted the space for the dogs. And when I bought it, the table was in the middle. So it was a bit less space.
Yeah.
But my father placed it here. And we moved the couch a few centimeters this side. So we had the transformer on that side.
Nice.
And now we have a lot of space.
So the transformer is under
It's
the...
Yeah, it's here. It's there.
Do you know what you use? No.
Of course not.
Okay, I was just asking. But it fits. Okay.
It's working. Yes.
Oh, wait. What does it say?
It says mooi mens met een hart van goud, and it means like you're a beautiful person with a golden heart. I got it from my best friend before I left for traveling. Yes.
Okay.
So I just put it there.
Good.
Yep. And yeah, the rest I have is my Mexican hat. It's from my travels. I just like it here. It's pretty colorful. And a picture of my brother. I always have it here.
Should we show him?
That's my brother.
And the girl on the photo?
That's me.
Didn't take a real look. Is that okay? Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's me. That's me. Yeah, that was a really nice moment. So I took it here. Yeah. Yeah, and I have one more there. It's a piece of paper I got when I was 14 years old, and I got it from my grandfather. But it's really special for me because he passed away, and I always have this emotional thing with it.
The one in behind?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you show it?
Yes, of course. Here's this one.
Okay.
So I got it from my grandparents, from my grandfather, when I was in the mental hospital, like I said before.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but it just has a really big meaning for me, so I always kept it with me. And now I decided also to put it here, like a guardian angel or something. Yeah.
Can you tell me what is written on it?
Oh, yes. It's it says Gods kindertelefoon, which is how do you say that in English? You challenge. It's a telephone to heaven, to God,
Okay.
if there is something wrong.
Yeah.
Because my parents, for my grandparents, they are religious, they go to church and stuff. So that's why he gave me this. And then there is this whole text that there's always someone listening to you, and that you can always call to heaven, that there's always someone there. And even if I read it, it's like I'm reading it through his eyes, through his, I don't know, it's like a connection thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That everything will always be fine, no matter what. Yeah.
Grandpas are the best.
Yes. Yeah.
First the question. Normally here wear a curtain, but you don't need it.
Yes. It's a curtain to close the bedroom, but
Makes sense if you are together in a car.
yes,
so.
then you have some privacy.
Yeah.
But for me, only with my dogs, I don't need it.
But
so.
you also don't have a max vent. You have this one with a wooden stick on it.
Yeah, because if I wanted to close, it didn't work anymore.
Okay.
So we put a stick on it and now it works.
But no max vent or something like this, like a ventilator?
No. I have one on, it's underneath now because it doesn't have one race for the USB.
Yeah.
And that one I use sometimes, but yeah, this is fine.
Good.
And here, so I also have one. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Bathroom.
My storage place. Enter,
Holy
please.
fuck.
I didn't lie.
What happened in there?
Yeah, what happened? Well, I'm on the road and I like to buy new things, and then you run out of storage.
Okay.
No, the thing is that I really wanted to have a paddleboard. I was in Sweden, and there you have these beautiful places around the lake, and every 10 kilometers you drive, you have a new nice place next to a lake. So I decided to buy a paddleboard there because I really love it, and my dogs also. So yeah, I bought it, and then I was thinking, okay, where should I put this? So I placed it here.
Into the shower. Do you shower in your car?
Yes.
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 Okay, so you every time you have to put everything out and then.
Yeah, that's also a reason why I only shower once in a week.
Okay. And you have also the sink in the bath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any girly stuff? Like makeup or stuff like this, where you say, okay, this is luxury. Can I film inside?
Of course, no problem. I have, well, the paddleboard. This is all my shampoo and stuff.
Okay.
I do have makeup in a very shiny thing.
Yeah.
I never used it,
Okay.
so it's here just for fun, I think.
I have to think about yesterday when you dried the nagellack.
Yes, yeah. That's also, yeah, a thing.
Oh, you have a mirror.
Yes,
Inside.
yes, I have a
Even
mirror.
that you can see the whole body, which is really luxus.
Yes, yes. That's yeah, very handy sometimes, definitely.
Okay.
And I have the dog food here in the. That's easier for me.
What do you buy? Do you buy the Lidl food? The Lidl dog food?
Yeah,
the dry
depends on where I am actually.
Okay.
I got a lot of questions like, okay, how do you keep them on the same food?
Yeah, right.
Because that's normally how dogs work. But actually, my dogs, they change food a lot.
Yeah.
And I did that already from a young age. So they're used to it now and they are fine with it actually. Sometimes I have food that you see that they don't like it that much. But then I switch it again and then it's fine. So I can buy every food I see.
Okay.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and a toilet and yeah, some other stuff. And in here as well, more storage place,
A lot
lots
of
of storage
storage.
place. Oh, this one we should take here, huh?
Bye, micro.
Sorry. The one I do like to use that is luxury, I think, is perfume.
Okay.
I always use perfume. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I hate perfume. if you're a lot in the nature and then you come into the city and smell the heavy perfume of all the people running next to you, I totally hate it.
That one I can understand as well, yes.
And then you have an e-scooter inside here.
Yes. Yes, I thought it was very handy and sometimes it is, but I don't use it as much as I thought I would.
Is it a special market, a special brand?
No, no. I just looked online and this was the one I found.
And how do you charge it? With a plug-in?
Also
over
with the transformer 230.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the same.
Good.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh, totally got over it. Wait a second. Let's first have a look. What is in there?
This one is shitty bags for the dogs. And my hats. Is it a hat? Yes, a
Yeah, it's
hat.
caps.
Yes. And this is empty.
Okay.
I have an empty storage place.
Crazy. You have to fill
Yes,
it.
yes. Yeah, and this is my whistles for the dog. I use them a lot. And the leashes, or they are here. And my yoga stuff is always here. Yeah.
What does your panel do?
This is the inside light, so when I turn it off, everything is off. When I turn it on, I can put everything on. Then I have an outside light, which I never use. The water, I can switch it off from here. So if I go away for a whole day, then I know, okay, nothing is gonna leak or whatever. And with this one, I can check the battery inside, which is fully charged now. And the inside is also fully charged, and my water tank is almost empty. But this one, I don't look at it that much because there is something wrong with it. And sometimes it says that it's empty while it's not. So I check it. But now I know it's gonna be empty. So yeah, that's the dashboard there.
Then the last cupboard. The last.
Yeah, two actually more.
Two?
Yeah. Yeah, so we have this one.
Wait a second. What's that?
That's my sport program.
Okay.
I have an insanity program, which is 6 days of intensity workouts, and I adjusted it a little bit because 6 days it's too much for me. But I like to color it every time when I do it. And after these 5 weeks, I have a different schedule, and you go to the maximum insanity training.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need structure, right?
I like it, yes. Yeah, some more clothes, winter clothes. And the bags I make, also for macrame on the road.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
I like to do it.
How long do you take to make a bag like this?
It takes a lot of hours, actually.
Okay.
It's not like you finish it in a day. Definitely, if you are working the whole day, okay, maybe. But I think if I work every evening, let's say 2 or 3 hours, I will finish it in maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. And I have 2 now. I couldn't finish it with the colors. So I mixed. But it's also kind of nice. It's okay. Yeah. And now I'm waiting for some more ropes because it also takes a lot of meters and I don't have enough anymore. So when I meet my parents maybe in Spain, then they have a package of ropes for me. Yes. Yeah, so that's the storage box.
Anything special? The clothes?
No.
No?
No,
Normal
just winter
clothes.
clothes and
Okay.
that's it.
And in behind, what's in this?
Yeah, there's a basket with the winter stuff, and other winter stuff, an umbrella. What else is in here? Some bags, if I need a plastic bag. Yeah, stuff like that. Nothing special. Yeah, that's that. And then we have the final one is underneath here.
Okay.
We're gonna see if you can film underneath. I think so. Let's put this.
This is for yoga, right? This one?
Yes, the blocks and the yoga mat.
Okay.
Yes. And then we have some more storage. Yeah, so this is just all food, drinks, some things you can store for a longer time, which I put in here, and some cleaning stuff. And also my battery.
Do you know the capacity of your battery?
105 ampere hours.
Say it once again.
That was cool, huh?
That
I
was
knew
sexy.
it. 105 ampere hours, yes.
Do you know the brand of your battery?
The DC4 Max.
A DC format.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. So that's the last one, I think. Yeah.
We're done.
Ah, another funny thing.
Here you go.
Normally the battery was underneath the chair.
Yeah.
So we moved it in here so it's easily to remove.
Yeah.
So when my battery from there dies, I can also take this one out and fill my starter battery with it.
I see.
So that's easier. And now I have storage room for my shoes underneath the chairs. Yeah.
That is perfect. But you could also turn around the driver's seat.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So, I was a little bit low.
Yes, I can do that.
But you're always sitting on the passenger seat.
Yeah, I always need one. And this one, I put the stuff that while driving is on my bed.
Yeah.
And I remove it right away when I'm parked.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Nice car. I really like it. Also the atmosphere in here. It's
Thanks.
nice. Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you for watching and having the video with us. So if you want to follow me, you can look on my Instagram, Clarinda Huguenin, and maybe we can share some adventures together.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Things will get better. Things will get good.